coaches are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Trimmer.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Back to throw again. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
For a Bears first down.
They go to the former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. To throw, it's Williams. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now third
Normally
down
being a big-bodied
and 9
receiver
yards
plays to their
go.
advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He's got this complete to Burton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw, Williams. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll go. Here's Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And now off to the races down the right side. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. 92 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Bears nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Right back to Swift again on second down.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This now a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Williams. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Vegas!
They're going to try and throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
To the air, Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Williams. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, here's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
To throw once more, here's Williams. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking here for Schmidt downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10.
Great, set.
Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Jahan Dotson as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on
I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you're trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, my confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm